Thank you, Mr. Lieutenant Governor. Good afternoon, colleagues. Good afternoon, Nebraskans. I rise in support of LB108 and the motion to override the veto. Many wonderful points have been made here already about the accountability and responsibility that SNAP recipients have to show the state in order to be eligible for these benefits. But I wanted to talk a little bit from a different perspective about what it's like to experience the cliff effect, what it's like for all of your constituents who are making barely the minimum wage. Many of them are working more than one job because, of course, you have to be working in order to be eligible for SNAP, and it's not a permanent solution. It's something that is a temporary hand up to help the people who need it most. And what I think a lot of colleagues don't understand, and people who have never had to deal with hunger or food insecurity, is that effect of being right on that cliff and how much that upsets your routine and your stability, and how much LB108 is going to do to help those people keep their stability while they're in a period of transition to more sufficiency. And what it's like is you have your EBT card, which looks like a credit card. It's not food stamps like they used to be, it's an actual card. And you know that all the money on that card is just for your food. That's money that you don't have to go between in your mind with, should I use this to pay my credit card bill? Should I use this to pay my gas bill or my internet or my phone or my tuition or my gas so I can get to work or the childcare so I can have my job? At least the money on your debit card is just for food. And thanks to Governor Ricketts, now people can use that EBT card to get food delivered to their house. They can go online and order food online just like other folks do who don't have SNAP. So they can actually use their SNAP card to pay for grocery delivery. And I can't emphasize how much of a help this has been to my constituents who receive food assistance and all of yours as well, because not only with SNAP do they, have the money they need for their food, but they no longer even have to go to the grocery store to get it. And that helps them make healthier decisions. There's less impulse buying. They get the nutritious things that they need for their families. And it's just such a weight off. But then once you start to reach that cliff, and once you start to get to the point where you're going to lose those benefits, colleagues, for most people, that's just $75 a week. It's not even that much money. And losing those funds when you go off that cliff takes away so much stability, and that's what really can keep people in a cycle of poverty. It's, I had $75 that I knew I could spend on groceries and support my family, but now I have all of these other bills and all of these other financial, pressures on me, that they fall right back into this cycle of poverty. And it's a really common thing. I've often said that lawmakers should have to go through the process of applying for these benefits before they vote against them, because then you would know things like what you have to do to qualify, how frequently you have to requalify, that you have to be working and how you have to prove that you're working, all of these different things to receive these benefits. Colleagues, this is about dignity. It's about the dignity of Nebraskans. And if you thought this was a good bill on final reading, I can tell you nothing has changed since then, except one man's opinion. We spoke as a body on 3 rounds of debate to move this forward, and today we must speak for the thousands of Nebraskans who will be impacted by this legislation, and we must stand firm in our power and in our responsibility to those we serve. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thanks, Senator Hunt.